Everyone, this is Mrs. Fan. This is a recorded video for week 3, day 1. Now today for the opener question in our class is to name what is your favorite organelle and why. And right here on the screen you will see 9 organelles in the cells including chloroplast, cytoplasm, Golgi apparatus, nucleus, lysosome, mitochondrion, ribosome, rough endoplasmic reticulum, and vacuole. Now, there are 2 announcements that we have for today. The first announcement is that your quiz will be this Thursday if you are in my odd period. So if you're in period 1, 3, 5, and 7, your quiz will be this Thursday. If you are in my even period, period 2, 4, and 6, then your quiz will be on Friday. And same thing for the notebook. For those in my odd period, your notebook will be due next Monday, and those who are in my even period, your notebook will be due next Tuesday. I'm going to go over your quiz, your study guide for your quiz first, and then I'm going to go over your STEMscopedia assignment and give you some time to fill out slide 14. Now, your study guide is also posted in your Google Classroom. You can find your study guide in week 3, quiz number 2 study guide right here. So again, the quiz is very similar to last time. It should take no longer than 20 to 30 minutes, but you do have the whole entire period to complete your quiz. And after you finish your quiz, you also have some time to check through your notebook to see whether you have anything that you need to add. Now, the quiz, very similar to last time, you will have 10 questions that will be grading, and there is 1 additional extra credit questions. Each question is 2 points, so the whole quiz will be of 20 points. There will be 1 to 2 short answer, and the rest will be multiple choice. Again, the quiz is different from the Google Form assignments. Google Form assignment, I do encourage you to do as many times as you want, and you also want to take a look at which one you get wrong and go back to edit it. Now, the quiz is different. For the quiz, you do want to read each question carefully because you will not be able to change your answer after you submit the quiz. Now on the left, it is a list of vocabulary to know: cell, prokaryotic cells, eukaryotic cells, organelles, and different parts of the cells. On the right, you should be able to identify the difference between prokaryotic and eukaryotic cells, explain the difference between animal and plant cells, including the 2 organelles that only plant cells have, locate the major organelle in a diagram, which includes cell membrane, which is the layer around the cell or the rigid structure on plant cells only, cytoplasm, the fluid within the cell, and mitochondria and nucleus. So the first 3 are pretty easy to identify, but the 2 organelles that I do want you to know is nucleus and mitochondria. Other part like lysosome and the endoplasmic reticulum, you do need to know the function, but the 2 organelles that I do want you to recognize are mitochondria and nucleus. So let me show you that in your notebook. So again, in your notebook, on the brain pop video that we saw earlier, it was, I believe, slide 10 in your notebook. Okay, we said that this is the cell membrane right here. Again, cell wall is only in plant cells, so it's a thicker layer. Cytoplasm, this is the fluid within the cell. The nucleus, you will see that this is this big circular structure, that is the nucleus. And mitochondria, they have a very unique structure. Mitochondria has an oval shape and it has a squiggly line in between. So that is one way you can tell the mitochondria. I also want to go back to the beginning slide to show you. You can see that nucleus is a circular shape versus mitochondria, they are more oval shape with a squiggly line in between. So that's how you can tell that it's the mitochondria. All right. So continuing, you do also want to know the function of each cell organelle, including cell membrane, cell wall, chloroplast, endoplasmic reticulum, Golgi apparatus, lysosome, mitochondria, and nucleus, ribosome, and vacuole. Okay, so make sure to look through the study guide and go over it to review for your quiz. Now, at this time, I'm going to go over the STEMscopedia assignment and give you some time to fill out slide number 14. Your assignment was located right here where it say week 2, day 3, STEMscopedia, the Grand Cell Tour. This one right here. So when you click on this, the form, you'll find this right here. And also the article that you read last time in English and in Spanish. Okay, so let's take a look at the assignment. So in the assignment again, write your first and last name. The first question asks, how is a prokaryotic cell different from a eukaryotic cells? Well, one difference is that prokaryotic cells does not have a nucleus and eukaryotic cell does have a nucleus. So let me show you a gift so that you can see the difference between prokaryotic and eukaryotic cells. Now, prokaryotic cells, again, they are very similar to eukaryotic cells because they do have a cell membrane, they do have DNA, they do have cytoplasm, so there are many things that are similar. However, prokaryotic cells, they do not have a nucleus and they do not have any membrane-bound organelle. Versus eukaryotic cells, they have a lot of membrane-bound organelle, including the nucleus or the lysosome. All of those organelles that eukaryotic cells have are things that prokaryotic cells do not have. So an analogy that we use in class is that prokaryotic cells is like a studio. So not a one-bedroom apartment, but just a studio. When you walk inside, you see the dining table, you see the kitchen, the bed, the desk. Everything is in one single room. Versus eukaryotic cell is like a house. When you go into the house, you have to open another door to go to bedroom number 1. And then open another door to the right to go to bedroom number 2. And open another door to go to the storage room. Okay, so that is the difference between prokaryotic and eukaryotic cells. Because the prokaryotic cells is a lot more simple and they do not have all these organelle nor nucleus, they only exist in very simple organisms like the bacteria. Versus eukaryotic cells, we do see that in fungi, protists, plant cells, animal cells. So most of the cells that we see, including the cells that we have, they are eukaryotic cells. Now with that, question number 2, what is an organelle? An organelle is a membrane-bound structure inside a cell that perform a specialized functions. So we compare organs to organelles. So for example, inside my body, I have a heart, I have two lungs, I have kidneys, I have liver. All of those are organs that I have, but each organ, they have very, very different functions. In the same way, organelles are different parts that a cell has, but each organelle, they have a very specialized function. Question 3, all cells have cell wall, true or false? And that is false. Only plant cells have cell wall, and that is why plant cells, you will see that a polygon shape versus animal cells, you see that they're usually more round and a more circular or oval shape. Question 4, nucleus is the one that contains DNA. Question 5, lysosome breakdown substance. Question 6, the two organelles that only plant cells, not animal cells, have, that would be the cell wall and chloroplast. Again, cell wall give plant cells a rigid structure, and chloroplast help plant cells to make their own food. The next part, again, you will watch this video and then answer questions 7 through 9. If you haven't get a chance to watch this video yet, this is a really good review of each of the cell organelles, and this is a great review for the quiz as well. Question 7. Rough endoplasmic reticulum have ribosome where proteins are produced. True or false? And that is false. That is true. Rough endoplasmic reticulum is actually named rough because that when they first discover it under the microscope, they see that they are all these bumps on the endoplasmic reticulum, and that is because of all the ribosome that is on rough endoplasmic reticulum. There is also another organelle that you'll learn more about when you go to 7th grade and when you're in high school, and it is a smooth endoplasmic reticulum, and that is just the endoplasmic reticulum without ribosome, so they don't see all those bumpy parts on it. So going back to one of the slides that we saw earlier, you can see right here on the rough endoplasmic reticulum, these different spots called ribosomes. Okay. All right. With that, number 8, which organelle is the power plant that makes energy with sugar and oxygen? That will be the mitochondria. And question 9, which type of cell has a central vacuole? So one big vacuole instead of many smaller vacuoles spread out, and that would be the plant cells. And question 10, this is the same question we answered in the opener question. Make sure to tell me what is your favorite organelle and why. You can also use this sentence stem. My favorite organelle is blank because blank. All right. With that, I do want to give you some time to fill out slide 14. Notice that it's slightly different from the slide number that I have since this is my presentation instead of the notebook. Okay, so this is slide 14 in your notebook. Okay, it's an activity 2, Stemscopedia. Go ahead and pause this video right now and fill out this part. What is one thing you learned from this article? Again, pause this video and fill this part out. Alright, now we are going to move on to updating your table of contents and slide 15. Alright, let's take a look at your table of contents. So right here, this is your table of contents. Today we are going to go through elaboration, choose your activities. And on Wednesday, we will go over evaluation, study guide, and visit investigative phenomenon. This is the dates for the odd period. If you are in my even period, please use this date right here. So it will be November 3rd, and then the last 2 days will be November 4th. Let's take a look at today's activity, elaboration, choose your activity. If you click on this link in your notebook, you will directly go to the activity for today. All right. So for today's activity, it's called Choose Your Activity. Again, you will choose one of the 3 activities to complete on STEMscope. Please do not do all 3 activities. You just need to choose one of the 3. Okay. Your choices include career connection. You'll learn about what is a hematopathologist. The second choice, you'll be reading an article called A Framework of Function. And the third one, you will be watching a video called Science Today, Watch It. Okay, again, just choose one of the 3 to complete. After you complete the activity, you write here what activity you chose and what you have learned from that activity. Okay, again, in order to go into STEMscope, make sure to go to google.com or go to your Google Classroom, click on the waffle, and go all the way down to STEMscope right here. Okay, when you click onto it, you will be seeing all the assignment you have on STEMscope. The one that you are choosing from today are right here. Career connection, Science Today. reading signs. Again, just choose one of the three. You do not need to do the question within STEM scope. You just need to do one of the three, whether you want to watch the video or read the article. After you finish that, you are going to go back to slide 15 right here, where you would tell me which activity you choose and what you learn from this activity. All right, so you have the rest of the period to work on this activity. So again, if you finish early, you can also double check whether you have any missing words so far, or there are words that you have completed but you need to redo it for higher points. Okay, make sure to double check that. Also double check whether your notebook has been updated. If you have finished all of this so far, you can also play our Cell Organelle review game on Legends of Learning. There are two games we have prepared for you this week. The first one is called Dizzy Cells, and the second one is called Cell Explorer, and I'll also post a link on the description. That's it for today's video. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.